Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another episode here at the Portcast. Today, we have a very special guest with us today, and she's going to talk about her organization and the great service that they provide here to the people in Bridgeport. So, do you mind introducing yourself?
Sure. My name is Bobby Brown. That's Bobby with an I, not a Y. I don't sing, nor do I do makeup, but definitely a leader in my own right.
Okay, and where are you from? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Bridgeport. I'm no stranger to the streets of Bridgeport, the community of Bridgeport, just people in general. This is home, been home, and it's a great place to be, so yeah.
And what high school did you go to?
I went to Warren Harding High School, Go Presidents, still support my school, even at graduations, football games, community programs. I'm there because blue and gold till I die.
Okay. And after high school, did you continue on to college?
Yeah, so I started at Housatonic Community College. I got a few classes done from there. Then I got a full ride academically and dance scholarship to Oral Roberts University in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I went out there, far away from here, and I utilized my skills. I majored in marketing communications, mass comm, and I came back home.
Okay, so after you received your degree, did you know what you want to do?
I definitely did. I came back home and I knew I wanted to tell stories via video, production, editing. So I was like, hey, I can definitely do that in my hometown. So I came home and I started looking for places to work. I actually did an internship at a company here, and that company said, when you graduate from college, give me a call. So as soon as I got off the stage that day, I called them and I said, hey, I'm coming home. Please let me know if you have a position. And came home, they hired me, and I get to tell stories of individuals coming back into the workforce, looking for supportive services to get themselves back into the career path that they want to go into. So I am a face, well, I create a face for the company.
Okay, and 100 Girls Leading, this is your organization that you started, but before we get into your great organization, do you mind reading the message from the founder, which is you?
Oh, sure. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay. Bobby Brown. While away in college, I was introduced to women who helped me transition into an academic-led life to ultimately adulthood. From this experience, they helped me to realize that people we encounter on a daily basis play a key role in our lives. They can guide us by showing us the ins and outs of new chapters, such as college or entrepreneurship. But they can also be present as role models without having to be a high social status in our communities. Our young girls need women who they can connect with and reach at a personal level. If you truly believe you should not have to look far for someone to help you to enhance your life, the women and networks we've created at 100 Girls Leading are exactly the mentors you've been searching for right here within your reach.
Okay, so let's talk about 100 Girls Leading. How was it created, and how did you take this from just being a thought to actually being a reality?
So my experience in college, kind of like what our statement says, I actually went away to school. My mom did not go to college, and I was a first gen in our household. So I needed support that my mom couldn't provide. So she's always been the type of person, if I don't have it, I know someone that does. And she reached out to these amazing women out in Oklahoma, said, hey, if my daughter needs help, she needs resources, she needs a place to stay, definitely be there, guide her, look out for her while she's there. Those women looked out for me the entire time I was in Oklahoma, even to the day I graduated college, and they were a great support system to me. Not a lot of girls here in Bridgeport or in Connecticut, period, have that support system. Most of our girls that are going away to college or figuring out a career are first gens. So this is their very first step at life and looking at it from a different lens. So those women impacted my life, and like any college student, we want to know, how can I come back and use the skills that I gained away at school home? And most of my friends normally stayed out at the universities or lived in the communities that they went to college. I decided to come back home. And I came back home and I started listening to my peers and listening to a few of the girls that were in programs that I was a part of. And that kind of really inspired me, because I asked them a few questions and I listened to their responses. And I said, hey, I think I can bring some of my talents and resources to my city, doing something that I love. And what better audience to do that with than the female population, because I am a female. So it made it easier for me to connect with them on some of the things that they were facing, and also look at what ways we can help enhance their career goals goals or their college goals, and how could we support them? So it really started with the story of my own, and then I let the girls create their own stories.
Okay, so you started your organization back in 2019, and in the earlier phases, you did something called the Girls Tour. Can
Yes.
you tell us a little bit more about that?
So the Girls Tour is like, I love our organization, but I love our tours. Our tours really give a voice to what we're trying to do. We would go to all the schools in the city of Bridgeport and we would listen. We'd ask the girls, what are some of the things that you're facing? What are some of the struggles that you're going through? What are some of the resources you would like to see? What are some of the activities that you would like to do? And through the Girls Tour, we realized that a lot of our girls don't want to be involved in programs that are necessarily in a classroom setting. They want to be outside, enjoying nature, doing something that's different or, courageous. And then the other part of it is like they wanted hands-on activities. A lot of our kids or just generation and overall, they like that hands-on experience. So we adopted the term interactive mentoring, where our mentors are not just talking to you, we're engaging with you. We want to know what are your thoughts about this and how do we create that into an activity that you feel a part of. So a lot of the things that we do, for example, we did an activity that was STEM related. The girls were able to make body scrubs, and they used the tools that you can buy at a local grocery store, and they created their own body scrubs. So it's just little things like that, learning is different. It's not someone talking at you, it's someone talking with you.
Okay, so I know throughout the year that you guys have, or you girls or ladies have a few events, but the biggest one that you have is the 100 Girls Summit. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Our summit is epic. Our 100 Girls Leading Summit is really birthed out of the girls' tours. So we utilize all the information that we received from the girls and we put that into action. So although we can't meet with them all the time, we figure we can create a one day of interactive mentorship. There's the term again, interactive mentorship. And we ask for women to volunteer one day of the year and volunteer. And this went from me reaching out to about 50 women to now we have over hundreds of women within our network of women that pick and choose, when they're able to dedicate that one time. And we pick the date and we say, hey, can you be a part of making the day for the girls a very successful one? So these women come together. They go from Fortune 500 company ladies to the local individual at the hair salon. Like these women literally give up their time and their talents to really engage with our girls. And they create a day that's very fun, interactive. We have guest speakers come, young speakers, highlighting entrepreneurship all the way up to women that are leading the state in politics and policy. It gives these girls an opportunity to really see the spectrum of womanhood and where that can take you. And I think it really teaches us that there's so much more to the women that we're engaging with, and sometimes just need to shine a little light to them and let them be, honored in what they're doing. And it inspires our girls who attend our event. And our event is free. It doesn't cost the girls anything. We pay for food, we pay for activities, we do it all. We make sure that they can just come and engage, no worries, no stress, and we create a safe environment. It's a no guys allowed event. Not to say that we don't need our men, we definitely need our men, but sometimes we have to create atmospheres where girls can just be themselves, because you don't know what someone's situation is and what may keep them from engaging. So keeping an environment that's strictly just for them, and we have it local in our city, McLeavy Green, which keeps them connected to our city and seeing the beauty of our city. So it really brings out mentors, it brings out moms, it brings out guardians, anyone that has a young girl under their care. They are invited and they come in droves. Our events are 500 plus, and it's I think we've outgrown our space, but right now I think the need of it is really just that exposure for our girls.
Okay, so doing my research, I see that your organization is big on 4 things and also a champion of these 4 things. I'll ask you about each one of these things, and you can give me a little bit of insight of why these things are important to your organization. So the first one was educate.
Educate, huge. We believe that our girls should be educated, but we also believe that our program should work side by side and is working side by side with the Bridgeport Public School system to make sure our girls are receiving the resources and the help that they need. So if they're getting ready to go to college, or if they're getting ready to take the SATs, or if they're getting ready to do an entrepreneurship class, how can we help with the talents within our women pool of women that can support these girls? How can we support them and heighten and reiterate some some of the things that they're learning in the classroom and bring that knowledge, because we have tons of women from different backgrounds, and we say, hey, what can you do? How can you mentor this girl? How can you educate this girl? How can you tutor this girl? Because sometimes it's as simple as tutoring, and they need that extra help. And we believe that girls should be educated. There are countries where girls are still not they're still not able to be educated, and we are a blessed country to be able to provide that. And we, as a women of 100 Girls Leading, we make sure that we heighten and acknowledge that, and we work with guidance counselors, principals, and teachers to make sure that whatever they're learning in school, we support that, and then we also make sure that they're learning more outside, so they also know how the way the world is shaped.
Okay. And the next one, advocate.
Advocate is a huge one. We teach our girls how to advocate for themselves, but also for people. Teaching them that they have a responsibility to speak up and not be silent on issues and things that they truly believe are worth fighting for. We teach our girls to speak up, because the best thing about you is your voice. How you use your voice and what you use it for. During George Floyd, when he passed away, a lot of our girls wanted to have a voice on that. They were featured in People's Magazine for that voice, they were showing up at protests, asking the hard questions, and making sure people were able to see, hey, young people are here, we want to say something, because that could have been our father, that could have been our brother. So teaching them to do that. And then on the other side of advocacy is, if there's something going on in school and you need to advocate and speak up about something, like if bullying is an issue, can you start a campaign that teaches young people, or you are doing the campaign that teaches you how to advocate and show other people how to advocate for something they believe in.
Okay, the next one, mentor.
Mentor. We enjoy mentoring our girls, but we really enjoy teaching them how to mentor others. So if they're in 8th grade, we expect them to take on young girls that are in 5th grade, 4th grade, and be examples so they can mentor them as well. So we have it like three-tier mentorship. We have the mentors that mentor the career women, that mentor the girls in high school, the girls in high school in turn mentor the girls in middle school. So all of the different areas are covered, and each woman is receiving the advice that they need and the support they need. So mentorship is a really big one.
Okay, last, empower.
Empower. We believe that empowerment should build and boost self-esteem, that girls can be empowered and also ignite someone else's fire to be empowered as well. So those are our pillars. I love it. Educate, advocate, mentor, and empower, because we want them to, at the end, love who they are, and then speak up, be heard, be educated, and then support each other through mentorship.
Okay. And you wear many hats here in the city, from being an entrepreneur, an advocate, mentor, and you also serve on the Board of Education. As a board member, what is your vision for the kids of Bridgeport?
As a board member, my vision for the students of Bridgeport is to make sure that they have access. Access is huge, making sure they have access to all the very same things that other districts may have. Increase in education, increase in funding, increase in teachers, increase in activities so that kids feel supported. So access is huge. You can't expect great leaders to come out of districts that don't provide them the things that they need to be great leaders. So if that means access and making sure that every school has a proper functioning building with teachers and supportive staff, I believe that's important. And so as I look at my journey over the last couple of years, I believe access is important, because our district has been limited due to numerous reasons. But I definitely think that as we continue to move forward and we continue to create doors of opportunity for our students, access is going to definitely inspire our students to not only do well, but come back into their very same community and give back.
Okay, for all the great work that you do here in the city, what's the gratification for you?
Graduation is coming up. Seeing not only just my students in my program graduate, but seeing Bridgeport Public School students graduate, it's inspiring. And I don't know, I just enjoy seeing a barrier being broken in students' lives. And I think to know that I had a part, or my program had a part in helping that student get over that barrier, I think that's powerful in itself. So just seeing our students do well, because our students are the very same people that are going to come back and run the city. So they need to make sure that there's people like me working hard every day to make sure there isn't no barrier in front of them, that they have an opportunity to seize any opportunity that they want.
Okay, and for the viewers out there who may have a daughter or niece or little cousin, how do they get their loved one involved in your organization?
Well, it's simple. Log on to our website, www.100girlsleadinginc.org. You can either email us as well. It's 100girlsleading@gmail.com. Send us the information. Send us your information if you're interested. But also to we're gonna shoot for next school year, starting our program back all over again. School is pretty much over now, but we do tons of community events. So follow our Facebook pages, follow our Instagrams as we promote cool and out of the box things for girls to do during the summertime. But also look forward for announcements for when our new school program will start up coming this school year.
Okay. And one last question: when people hear the name 100 Girls Leading, what should resonate with the people?
I would say girl power, but that seems a little cliche. I think our pillars, because we say them so often that even if you're not in the program, you kind of know them. So I would say educate, advocate, mentor, and empower. We cover 4 major pillars. We're an organization that doesn't stand on 2 legs but 4.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Brown, for taking time out your busy schedule to come here on this platform and talk about your great organization. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.